Oh man, the play is working! It's actually working as we hope, and we are already dealing 15 damage, so they die anyway. This is the power of Viper with Enduring Courage. Hello everyone, it's Sloth here, and if you ever wanted to see Hasted Viper just rushing to your opponent's face, dealing ungodly amount of damage, this is the video for you, because this can deal up to 20 damage on the same turn it enters. How? Very easy, because Enduring Courage not only gives it haste, and all the other creatures by the way, but it also pumps it so it has higher attack, and it already deals basically 3 triggers of this blight counter thing, which amounts to potentially even 12 damage on the same turn. And you know, it's just the first turn. It gets worse for the opponent with every passing one. By the way, do you know with Lord Skitter, every token that you create also gets pumped with Courage and it becomes a 3-1 haster? So if you play this on empty board, this has 5 attack and haste, it creates 3-1 haster, so you already have 8 damage just by playing 3-drop. And I also forgot to mention, Courage has even more interactions in this deck, because every Forge token gets +2 attacks. You basically speed up lethal by full 2 turns. And this deck goes absolutely crazy. Also, with Fear of Missing Out, you can double combat phase, so that means you can double trigger the Viper, double trigger Lord Skitter, or just go Urabrask Forge and basically get double token and double oil counter every turn. So this deck can go absolutely insane, and I think you will like the action in today's video. However, first a huge thank you to our absolute legend for today, Matt Spradlin, our veteran on the channel. Really thank you, man, for your support, and I hope you are having a blast. And this is the deck that really goes big, so I hope you will enjoy it, and really thank you for, you know, sticking with the channel. It is appreciated, and I hope you are having a lot of fun. So guys, let's go into the gameplay and enjoy some crazy damage on our turn. And again on the draw, like really, Shuffler, what's up with this on the draw thing? Alright, we will go with Cliffs, we go probably with the Case of Skeleton, unless they force us. So this will be Chainsaw, so I think we go with the Case. It gives a lot of pressure, and especially with the Forge, it should be good. I think it should be Chainsaw, like there's no real, you know, choice here. Our opponent thinks there is a choice. Alright, so they might be considering Case of Star Skeleton to prevent the damage, but it's just not great. Let's go. The faster we go for it, the faster we hit face. This skeleton is so cool. We of course want to drop the Force, so let's see if they have another bat to remove it. Or maybe they don't have it. If they don't have 3-drop, man, just really good at magic, what can I say? However, I'm not sure if that will be enough. Duress is extremely good because it still allows 2 mana play, so that's the biggest problem, that if that cost them the full turn, I think it would be fine. But here they actually got a little bit, you know, extra place in between. Alright, I think this is something. Let's play the Mountain. And let's see if they go for this, a cut down. I think they might regret this play very quickly, because this is a perfect cut down target. I mean, we theoretically need a land, but I think we should get there. And if we don't hit any land, that means we have different things to play, so we can just go for example, or Skitter. They only have 3 cards left, and they're against FOMO. If I think we don't have a enchantment and a creature, so we can actually activate it on the next turn. Yep, taking 3 damage, and they are very low on cards already. We can also use Case to, you know, tutor something if we want. And I have to play it main phase, so hopefully they don't have another removal. We got the trigger. I don't know, let's go for removal. I don't think it matters. Against Lord Skitter, they will fall extremely behind, and we can use Viper and Courage. They know about Courage, so the moment we hit an untapped land, we can already play it and get the benefit. Here's Slasher. Slasher is very strong here. It really helps them to race. I really think we need to start being aggressive. I think this is good enough. I don't think they will block. They know that it's too important. So what do we go for? I could tutor something like a land. So I could go for land and beat a reunion. But that will cost us a little bit. Do we want to go with the Viper already? We can pay 6 mana, you know? Alright. I'm going for it. Like, we are going big here. And this is also a blocker potentially. So we already get some value. Our opponent needs to take 4 damage. They don't really want this. But I think they can risk it. 4 damage if they have removal. So this is the most important part. Are they good at magic and they have removal in the hand? Because in that case I think they will win. Alright, a force block because we die otherwise. Alright, good for them, good for them. So we don't really have choice here. We need to close the game before this recovers. But there is a chance we can do it. Let's see the draw. The draw is actually insanely good. Is it? Yeah, it's good. It's good. We won't kill or deal too much damage right now, but on the next turn we can go pretty crazy. I guess we can double attack, but then we are losing one of the creatures, and I'm not sure if it's worth it. So we deal 3 damage. I mean, this is not bad. Honestly, this is not bad. I'll take it. I'll take it. We can always sacrifice the courage to Viper. Like, we can sacrifice a lot. Liliana. Alright. Alright. -2, let's go. And this is the last play, so if we can survive it. Of course we are going for this, because Lord Skitter benefits us in the board. They actually need a little bit of time to go for lethal. This is only 6 damage a turn, and Slasher is not active on the next turn. And they are counting if they have to block or not. They don't know about the second Viper, by the way. Oh, this is extremely bad draw, man. Really bad draw. I can sacrifice everything, but it's not worth it. So we will start with this. Unfortunately, if I drew a land, I could go with the Viper, and I think that would be the game. But we'll still try. Chainsaw is nice. Alright, you know what? We are doing stuff here. I think we won. I think we won. Do I want to go with the bat? I don't really think we need to care about... We will win the game before it untaps. We make a creature, it gets pumped. We remove the bat, and do we go face or Liliana? We will definitely hit Liliana here. Yeah, I think we won. I think we won. They don't have enough, and we go for the Viper on the next turn, and this Viper will deal insane levels of damage. We could play it now, but why would we? Why would we? We just want to make... Oh my god, so good at this game. Alright, this really complicates things, but I think we still win. I think we still... Man, this is crazy. They drew the best card of their whole deck. And I think it actually won't be enough to stop the amount of damage that we are dealing. Alright, let's go. We will go with this. And 4 mana, so we actually need to sacrifice this. That means we have the... Alright, we have the reunion mana, so we can give it haste. And that will be enough damage. Man, this is crazy. We went through the Acrozot without trample even. And our opponent needs to start sacrificing stuff, so even if they... Like, they can sacrifice Slasher, it comes back. But then we attack and they need to pay 8 life or start losing their stuff. They need to keep Acrozot probably, but then it will be hard to win. This is not 5 damage on its own. Oh, do they count or they just don't like it? Yep, Slasher because it's free. Now we go for this guy. We sacrifice. Everything has haste. I mean, everything... I didn't need to do it. Like, I forgot that we already have haste here. We have so many hasters. And we full smork, because that means they cannot block the small creature, because then they die. And now the next one. And oh, they took the damage. No way. Wait. They can survive this one turn, right? Alright. But they cannot survive the next one. Alright, it was already better than I expected. Right, because they get the lifelink. So if they block the biggest one, we actually only deal 6 damage on the other part. But they need to win with this one draw, and like nothing has haste on their part. Are you serious? Guys, they're actually God of Magic. There appears that there is a combination that wins them the game. Oh, what? Wait, they needed to play Annex. Bloodletter is a demon. Oh my god, they actually messed it completely. Well, I'll be honest, man, they got the winning top deck twice in a row and they actually lost the game anyway. Alright, we set it up, but we need to hit a land here. So what do we go? I think Hexmage, just because it's overdue a little bit. Alright, not the black mana, but we can go for the Forge. But I really hoped for black mana, to be absolutely honest. Oh, they didn't do anything. My ultimate bane. I think we go with this. Because if this gets countered, I can survive, but it's still very good to help us, fix the stuff. So even if it gets removed instantly, we already get some value. And what is the value? I honestly think it's Case. Alright. Alright, I mean, why not? Why not? So we already have Enchantment and the Creature. We could discard the Artifact later, but we'll see. See? As expected, this is a removal. And we will see if that will be the case for the next turn. 3 mana is always awkward because it's basically still one 2 mana play, but we'll see. Maybe they have something more. We have Forge, so we can instantly punish if they tap out. Alright, they will. They absolutely will. I would assume they will get the card because you need card advantage against aggro decks. And unfortunately, we are an aggro deck and they went with the plus. Alright, the greedy way. Greedy way. I will go with the Forge. Just because I want to start ticking, and also we remove some loyalty that our opponent really cared about. And it provides enough pressure, so for the rest of the turns it should be a bit easier to sneak some, threats. We could go for the Courage, but then they remove it. And if that will be a kind of exile effect, even like the end, this might be a problem. Alright, they are starting to draw cards. And this was our third Forge. Man, we are really good at this. 16 cards, triple Forge. However, we didn't get one of them. Alright, do we go into combat phase? So this is not mana for 3 steps ahead with, the big thing. So we can absolutely go like this. I'm a little bit lowballing those cards because I want to keep mounting pressure until they finally tap, and then we go like super crazy all in. And don't forget we have Viper with haste. If they tap, we can deal insane levels of damage. And this is very hard because we have 2 spare mana, so they probably have a counter spell for it, like Phantom Interference, and it does completely nothing. That's why we are playing like this. I still think we go for the Jace. It's a very annoying card, so when you remove this, it really helps. Especially that so far they only have black mana, they're really skewed toward black, so they probably play Excruciator. That means we don't have much time, but I think we don't need to. We can even try to set up Lifa moment they play Excruciator, because this will be their full turn always. And even though we invested turn to kill Jace, we still get, the scaling on Forge, so each next attack is still better and better. Sure. I guess they will take the card because they know Jace dies, right? This is exactly 5 damage. Yep, so they basically invested full turn to cycle a card, and I think, man, we're getting to a point where we absolutely dunk on them. So, we could go with the Courage. Yeah, man, this is insane. Look at this stuff, man. So we play Courage. Now, all the tokens are created and they get banned because they just entered the battle. Oh boy, and that means we don't need to waste nearly any damage, because we can attack with only one of them, and the second one already is hitting face for 5. So they need to answer courage, and I will play this. Because more mana means more Vipers. So on the next turn I will play Viper and deal even more damage. So even if they answer all of this somehow, they still probably die. Like this will be 10, 14, 18 damage unless they discard 3 cards. So yeah, very hard to fight against Forge as Dimir. We are going first, we have a little bit of everything. Let's go with the Mountain to not show that we are Rakdos. And then we go with Case, and you know, we go from there. Cool, as always, extremely cool. I guess we could go with the Chainsaw and go Preacher. Because we drew Preacher, I think we changed our gameplay a little bit. Because Mouse is extremely busted, insane card. So if you can get rid of this from an aggro deck, it just loses a lot of power. Because this card is carrying most of the aggro decks like crazy. Alright, here's the Challenger. Cool. So, I mean, we will go with the Preacher. We could also go with Lord Skitter. I think Preacher is still better. It also can block. Or, you know what? I'll take it. Man, Preacher was insane this turn. They actually cannot attack with anything. Because if that wasn't here, we would get 4 damage. But right now, yeah, you finish the... Yeah, bro, like, there is no decisions, please. They finally did it. It's fine. So, what can we do? We probably want to go with Lord Skitter. Forge is nice because it scales. Yeah, let's go with this one. Because the faster we play it, the better. And let's go like this. We get the lifelinker because we are losing on life total. And our opponent can block a 1-drop. It's not really 1-drop, it's 0-drop, but it has the stats of a 1-drop. Alright, so where we are in this game? In extremely harsh position because they played Forge first. So every hit they are getting first. If this will be 6 damage, they are 6 damage ahead. And it's very hard to reverse this. But we'll try. Lifelinker is something, however, the token has Trample. We have 3 counters on Chainsaw, so that might be, you know, relevant at some point. Do I want to trade here? They honestly should attack with Challenger. I don't see any reasoning, you know, why they shouldn't do it. I guess they maybe want to block this so we don't get free life gain, and that means they expect us not to block, so I guess that makes some sense. We'll see what happens, because if we can play Courage, this will be so much extra damage that it's actually pretty crazy. When we create token with Preacher, it's a little bit different because we get it during the combat phase, right? After attacking. So you first declare attackers and then you create a token after they are declared, so you cannot declare again. That's why you cannot attack with this. I believe that's how it works. Viper. Viper is really interesting. Man, I would love to get this. Oh, this would be so good. I could go with Preacher. Oh my god. I could just equip this. Do you guys think that they have this? I have to try. They usually don't play interaction. Alright, I have to try this. I normally wouldn't make this play, but it's just so epic I have to try. Man, this is a lot of damage. By the way, we can keep doing it every single turn, forever. And we still get the token, of course, until we start winning the life total war. Man, this token with Chainsaw is insane, and it will keep growing because the Chainsaw will keep growing. So right now our opponent, you know, waited with Challenger, but at the same time they don't really want to block. Okay, I don't even try to predict stuff, like, what? Why wouldn't you block 5-1? I don't know, guys, like, maybe they have Burn Spell. Alright, thank you. Okay, this made sense. Because sometimes I see those plays and I'm not sure if there's some card that I don't know of or something. But here actually it made sense. So they really care about this Preacher. The problem for them is that I'm not sure if Preacher was the biggest problem. Because with this Chainsaw the token is actually way more scary. It's 8-1 right now with lifelink. So unless they have another removal, I don't think they should block Preacher. Just trading against the token was better, because at least we can equip it on the, you know, like we need full turn to equip it on something else. They're in a very bad position, honestly. Like whatever they do, they need to basically keep removing everything. If they kill this token right now, like they need 3 removal spells in total. Alright, this will give first strike, or double strike to be specific, but only during their turn. So won't help against the token. I guess if we attack, we only life gain once and then it dies. But we have so much other... Oh, told you. They always have it. They always have it. It's very interesting they went for the Forge. I have to say, like, maybe I'm missing something, but I don't see those plays at all. Like, for example, right now, we'll just attack with the Chainsaw guy, and either they take at least 8 damage, or they actually need to block with the mouse, which means it would be way better to just go for removing the token, because when the creature gets removed, nothing goes back because it's a token, it's not a card. Forge will go back. It will reset the counters, but that's it. Like, look at this, man. Like, oh man, do they have shock? Like, if they don't have shock, I think it's a pure misplay. Let's go with Lord Skitter, because we want to, you know, keep going. I would love to play this and get everything with haste and plus, you know, stuff. Apparently they have something. I will attack with the token, that's for sure. But we can produce the board, so even if they kill it, we have more tokens and we can always equip the chain. So as you can see, this card is insane. Like, this card will be here for a long time and will sit way more than now probably in future. Alright, so show me the play. What am I missing? They have shock, right? No, they just take 9 damage, and that was 18 life difference. Alright, now I need to see how they win from here, because I have no idea, man. So, for example, this one hit completely disabled Forge for the rest of the game, kinda, because, like, I tell you, man, I cannot understand those plays, like, truly. Alright, I'll take my win. Unfortunately, it's going first, but we will try to make something work. Your go already. Oh, wow. Holy cow. Alright. So let's think about the first play, because we Bro, this guy definitely has the best time of his life here in this game. Alright, so we will go with a swamp into a Verge, so we can play either FOMO or Chainsaw. Our opponent is doing this, so is that the Ninja deck from way before? Most likely. They probably want to ninjutsu as well. I could play this, and theoretically it can block, but I don't want to risk it. Because whenever someone plays this card, it's one of the main cards for the whole deck. Yeah, I think it's still this kind of thing. Alright, how do we play this? Preacher is very nice. I think it is decent, because we will be at lower life total as well. So we will get additional token, and then we can start doing stuff. Our opponent probably wants to see the card. They have some legendaries, so Kaito, this, and Blue Leyline. I think that's the case. So basically they name Ninja on the whole deck. Well, this is a perfect answer. As good as it gets. I didn't expect Liliana in this kind of deck, but she's still here. Alright. Fortunately, we have this. This one doesn't have haste, which is a little bit unfortunate, but we can do some magic here. And you can see how important this haste can be sometimes. And we'll get a card later from this. We can also equip the Chainsaw. Alright, so let's see the plays. We cannot block this because of the menace. So I think we need to really pressure them. Alright, mill that many cards. Alright, among them, so they need to mill. It cannot be in the graveyard. It has to be one of the milled cards. Oh, we are still in the attack phase? Alright. Alright, sure. This is interesting.
You're not going anywhere.
Because we can actually just get rid of Kaito, which is super insanely important. And I think we will. I think we will. Not exactly the play I wanted to make, because it's very slow. But I think it's so worth it. Kaito is always taking over the game, and they reset all the counters, so it's not for free. They cannot double play Nashi, so they need one of the other cards to be a 2-drop. So no, we are getting somewhere. We're getting somewhere. I don't think we... Well, theoretically we can go for it. So let's see if they will decide to counterspell. I would assume they have interaction. Dimir is like an expert in 2-mana interaction. So let's see what the play is. Alright. I'll take my card, if you insist. So we are getting a card and a counter on Chainsaw. So that is definitely nice. I think we actually go for this. That means we nearly get, you know, the full FOMO. We could start doing it on this turn, but I think it's way better to just go with this. This has menace, so it will be a menace for our opponent, and we're waiting with this one. We don't have a haste effect because we discarded one, but I think we can play a different game. And our opponent, so they can attack because we cannot block with the token, so we cannot block because of menace, and they will get some selection. 2 lands is definitely not what they wanted, but it happens a lot with Nashi. Like 2-3 cards is not super reliable, so you expect this counter quite a lot. Alright, and now we can make some decisions. Okay, I definitely want to have extra combat phase here. I think we don't have a land. So let's get rid of this one. And it looks so much better now. And I mean, we equip this. I think we equip this. Let's go with... Yeah, let's go with this one. I mean, this is a start. This has Death Touch, so it trades, and that's good enough for us. And... oh no, I need to attack with this. Oh no. Oh, control player. Oh no, now everyone knows. Alright, it's fine. It's fine. So I kinda assume that we'll get double combat phase, but it's fine, we'll just get it later. This is the first time when we can trade against Nashi. They probably have removal. It taxes their mana a bit, so it's not the worst here. And pumps the chainsaw. I will take it because they still want to remove the skeleton probably more than anything else. And yeah, if we trade like this, I'm super happy. They can replay Nashi, but that's 2 mana. That means only one other interaction during the whole game, the whole turn. And I think we can do a lot. Really. So tapping the skeleton or what? Those are some weird plays. Like they're doing it for a single trigger basically. And I don't think it will be good enough. Listen, like I'm doing a lot. Can we go with the... I don't think we need to go with the Viper. See? Like, we just can... This will be a 4-1 with haste. We kill Kaito or just go for lethal. And yeah, as you can see, as long as you play red creatures, you can just misplay and you still win. Let's check out this hand. Oh, this is a good hand, but on the draw, we're so slow. We are basically on the verge of losing the game already. Vine Lasher, so our opponent is also good. Honestly, on the draw, I'm pretty sure we cannot win this. Like, I'll be honest. Like, I already know that the game is over. I didn't even play a single card. But we'll see it. We'll see. Maybe something will happen and we will win. So, I wonder... Man. Insane. Is this target opponent? Of course. There's no point in playing. We already lost this game. Because our opponent is on the play with really good curve and we don't have removal. Going first, a decent hand so far, a decent one. Do I want to go with the Hexmage? We'll probably draw. We will probably draw the Viper at some point, so let's go for it. Let's go for it. I think it's still decent. You know, worst case it's still a 1-1, and when you start sacrificing stuff, it's even better. Let's go with the Springs. I honestly kinda want this. Let's attack first. So they actually have interaction. Man. So we are definitely going for the case, right? No, because if they have something, that has to be Shock. And Shock doesn't kill this. I'm not sure what I will discard. I think it's still a land. Okay, this is a good draw. This is one of our power 3 drops. This or Forge is like one of the best, you know, turn 3 plays you can make. I mean, literally the best ones. Alright, so our opponent is in a pickle. They cannot remove our creatures. The only thing they can remove is something that doesn't matter. And when we draw Viper, it will matter a lot. Slick shot, so they're preparing. Oh my god, it's already here. It's already here. Can we play this? I mean, we could play this, but is it worth it already? I think we go with Lord Skitter, because that should be so strong. Alright, already 3 damage. So they decided to race us. I don't think they can kill us on this turn, they can kill us on the next turn, so it will be really close. Really? Really? So we can get 3 damage? We don't really life gain in this deck. You know what? I'll take the strike. It's not perfect that we take 3 damage, but as we know... Oh, they actually... Oh, it's strange, they're fighting for the value. But is that a winning strategy even? Right, with this we can push so much damage. So this turn will be a bit lackluster because they invested all the damage to prevent our board. But with Courage, I think we can deal so much damage, man. Even if they kill it, it doesn't matter. And that's the cool part. You can lose this, so you kind of force them to waste one of the pump spells. They don't really deal too much damage to the face, and you still get the main effect from this card. Yep. I mean, 3 damage still goes through, but I'm kinda happy with this one. Can we kill them? I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Alright, guys. Alright. We definitely go with the Viper. Can we go Case? We have 3 mana. That should be enough. Alright, we're going with it. We need to do a lot on this turn. Oh boy. And now we go this, and how much do I need to sacrifice? We have 3 mana. This costs 6, so I need 3. 1, 2, and I guess this one. Right? Perfect. Oh man, the play! It's working! It's actually working as we hope. Man, even Mono-Red gets surprised with how much damage we deal. And now they need to basically discard their whole hand. By the way, this is a small permanent they can get rid of, which is neat for them, but they need to sacrifice so much more. And we are already dealing 15 damage, so they die anyway. This is the power of Viper with Enduring Courage. Not only it has haste, +2 attack, but also a triple trigger from counters. Our opponent still doesn't know that he's fully dead on board, because 3 + 4 + 8 is more than 14. Alright, let's see the decision. This is a very hard decision. Because they need to do something that isn't attacking face, and they might melt, they might actually concede before we kill them. Man, it's like, look at this, they're actually fighting for this perfect decision to win the game. Oh no, the math is for blockers. Oh man, that's a perfect final lethal. We're on the draw with Triple Forge, I mean Shuffler, you know, Shuffler things. So at least we'll keep playing them until someone whiffs on the answers. So they need triple counters per here. Oh, they might use the first, they don't know. Oh no, they don't know how bad it is for them. And it is Dimir control. Well, it could be a tempo deck. Usually it's tempo deck, but it feels like a control. So, number 1. The drop. Even if they have all the counter spells, it will drain their whole hand, man. Alright, so that means they don't have mana-based counter spells anymore. This could be their last counter spell. And we'll just keep playing the same thing every turn until we win the game. Hashtag gameplay. Oh boy, I think he lost the game. Oh, I feel so bad, man. And they also, I think I had those lands in paper. I remember someone had, I think it was me. I'm just dropping forges like it's hot, bro. Oh, did they draw counterspell on this turn? No way. They actually drew it from the top. Oh, the chance of this happening. Not 100%. But still, it's fine. Man, we have so many threats, they won't find the answers. Especially that every, like, even Lord Skitter or something will probably go to for one at least, before they can answer it. So I don't think they can do much here. Let's go with this one. They don't have another mana counter spell, probably, unless they really top deck another one. I like all of them. I really do. I think we go with the Preacher. Oh, this is so good. Especially for the Viper. But let's start with this one, because we get more value the faster it is played. I think it will get... No way, yeah, this is just a removal. So, as you can see, you can literally play this deck against the control deck, and they will trade every card they have into this, and it won't be enough. Now they will start to go with the Reef, and they are already losing to Forge. Just simply with this. And next turn we play Viper. They don't have permanents, they don't have card. If that's a land, they are guaranteed 4 damage on the next turn. Otherwise they need to discard it. Yeah, like, against the Fort they won't be able to raise us. And they had all the answers, and it doesn't matter because they don't have enough cards. So, if we play this, we don't have enough... Well, first we attack, that's for sure. Oh man, it's already so much damage. And if we go this, we have 3. I think we just play this. We sacrifice 1, we pay rest, and it's already 4 damage, they need to answer it, and they are still losing to the Forge. Oh man, that feels so bad for our opponent. They like the card, it has to be a removal, right? Or... it doesn't matter, man, the fun part, in quotes, is that we actually outvalued them as well. Alright guys, if you watched the full video, all the games, props to you, and we were watching them together because I was editing them. And I have to say, man, this was such a fun day on the arena, and this deck has so much going for it. Like, it's crazy how many different combos you have and synergies. Like, you have Courage with Viper, Courage with Lord Skitter and Urabrask, you have FOMO. We didn't really use it because the only time we were able to use it, I absolutely messed it up, but it's still a very powerful effect that will double your Forge trigger, double your Lord Skitter triggers, and double your Viper triggers. Honestly, I kinda started with FOMO as one of the main pillars of the deck, and I tried to find creatures that get value from attacking, so that's why you even have the Preacher. Even if you attack with Preacher, you get double triggers because you have double combat phases. So this interaction wasn't really showcased in the video, but it's actually insane if you get it going, and if your opponent cannot break it, you will outvalue them super hard, super quickly. And like, you have so many stuff here. Probably Hexmage is a bit, you know, a bit of a harder target. We only play this because it's 1 mana play that creates 2 permanents, and we don't have too many of them in those colors. So Case of Stash Skeleton is another one. To be honest, this is probably one of the best Case of Stash Skeleton deck I have played, because the fact you get 2-1 with Menace is perfect with this chain. So you have seen it, man. It's so easy to go for insane levels of damage, and they cannot block because of the Menace, and you still don't really use the tutor part. You just use this as a fodder for Viper most of the time. That's my experience. Or you can just you know, discard it. We have a lot of artifacts. We have 7-8 artifacts in this deck. We have a lot of creatures and a lot of enchantments. Some of them are both enchantments and creatures. Those are the best ones to activate FOMO. So yeah, like, honestly, the amount of interactions in this deck is just mind-boggling. We are still very quick, very aggressive with this one. So before we talk about the rest of the, you know, stuff, a huge thank you to our patrons, because all in all, we can continue doing this holy journey of creating fun decks every single day for Standard, thanks to your support. So really thank you guys, and I hope you are having a blast watching the channel and enjoying the new bros. We have more. We have so much more. And honestly, the chainsaw is so much better every time I use it. The fact that there are so many creature decks right now in the meta, it also makes this card better, because you not only lose your own creatures but also your opponent's creatures. And I have noticed that whenever you have like 5-6 counters, this card becomes insane. So actually this is like the hidden power of the card. Like, if there's a lot of, you know, massacration going on, it actually becomes absolutely busted, because you can equip a single Percussionist. This is also a reason why we are playing. We only play one because Hexmage is still better, but it's something that has haste that can attack with the chainsaw as well, and you can get very good value from this. And with all the menace creatures, with the vipers, everything has haste. So even like if you equip Lord Skitter token, it can be a 3/1 from courage. Then you equip chainsaw, it could be 9 or 10 damage with haste, man. Like, this is insane levels of just pure damage in this card. So I honestly think, and I'll be honest, I actually enjoyed playing chainsaw. I think this is a very fun card because it's on one side early game removal, but later it just lingers on the battlefield until it's ready to win you the game. And yeah, the flavor is there as well. So guys, I don't want to over talk about it. I think you have seen the deck in action. You can see the potential. I still believe there is some tweaking to do, and probably one of the weakness of the deck is that we don't have too much removal. So there is a world where I would remove some of the FOMO Bitter Reunion and maybe Hexmage and Percussionist and increase the removal to just kill every early game creature and just go with the mid game with, you know, Lord Skitter, Forge, and then Viper based on those extra value cards. By the way, you can also sacrifice Chainsaw, so you use it as a removal, but it is still a permanent. So it is in a way a 2-for-1 that fuels the Viper. So maybe this is the version I would check if it works better on the ladder, because there are so many creatures. It's very hard sometimes to play the game if you cannot remove a creature. So maybe that is something to test, but you can tell me in the comments. We can try this version as well if you want. And yeah, for now, I hope you enjoyed and see you guys tomorrow.